Hi there, it's Sonia here. Welcome to my channel where I share with balloon artists how to make beautiful balloon art. Today's balloon art is one for the spider fans. Not that kind of spider, but rather this. What I really love about this design is the upside down nature of it. I think it can be a fun piece for doing line work at a party, or if you're creating as part of a beautiful balloon delivery piece. Can you just see how amazing that might look hanging around on the design that's created for the birthday child? I know I can. Or you can even express your love the right way with a Spider-Man themed token of affection. This video, however, is going to focus on how to make this little fella. Oh, and I nearly forgot one thing. I love my markers so much. I do. So in today's video, I'm going to use my Pentel Maxi Flow marker as well as my white Posca paint marker. I have a box of 12 here. Well, there's still 10 left. I've taken 2 out. These last forever, and my favorite feature about them is you pop the lid on the back. The pumping action by the thumb can help rejuvenate the ink, and that will bring your black marker back to life. It's such a beautiful thing, and even if you don't have the lid, all you do is pop your finger in and push down, and that just helps to resaturate that nib with glorious pigment. You can even hear it slooshing around in there. But seriously, this pen is amazing, and I think you're going to love it too. In fact, I'm going to have a giveaway. Make sure you keep watching to the end of the video, and I'll share just how you too can win one of my personal supply. Let's get to it. To make our Spider-Man, we are going to need a 5-inch round, and I have here 2 1/60s, and I can't help but think how cool this design might be with an 11-inch round and 2 60s. That's a balloon for another day. Starting with the 5-inch round, inflating it till it's this decent little pear shape. Now the colour I'm using for this is Wild Berry. I find it a great substitute for red if I don't have any in my kit. Just rolling it towards the nozzle end. So here, giving the main part of the balloon a good squeeze. We want to twist off a bubble to try and get this nice and round in this area, followed by a bubble about halfway through. So while I have this going on, I am going to inflate the blue, which is going to become his arms and legs. Possibly easier to do that bit before you do this. So we're going to make a basic bow shape, follow it up with a second, about the same size. Now that we have this going on, now we're going to take our 2, retwist that part in, and joining our 2 balloons together at the tip. So here, you can see that the knot is on the outside of the twist. I'm just going to feed the nozzle back through. There we go. So persevere. See if you can get the balloon to cooperate. However, if it's really not working out for you, it is very easy to just make it 2 bubbles. So we've got the head bubble and we have 1 body bubble. So when you twist this off, whatever remainder is the body. I really like though how the effect we can get where the balloons are a little bit more almost like a pinch twist in how they're bulbing out. And that's why I like to do it that way. Now I'm going to do 2 pinch twists, which are going to represent the feet. One. Bringing the 160 to the side, I'm going to determine how much of a length I need to be able to twist it into the neck. And my intention is to have it tapering off at about this point so we don't have a lot of bulk going into the neck area. So to achieve this, using my thumb as a guide, putting the pressure on there as I squeeze. Roll that round and bring it through, and then squishing the air a bit here with my hand. Bringing the balloon down into the side between these two bubbles. That's the other big reason why I like to do this, because it creates a bit of stability for where the arms are going to sit. Worrying it's out of focus. Whoop. And back in, around. Making sure it is secure. Do a bit of adjusting. So I like to have my Spider-Man so that the legs are going up in this way. I think it reads a little bit better that these are the knees and that these are the feet. You can go ahead to remove the 160, and with that end I've just torn off. I just want to help lock it in by passing it through. Now, in the absence of the rest of that 160 there, the legs are tending to move towards the back, but that's okay because we're going to introduce the 160, which is the swirl, which is the spider web. The swirl is the spider web. If you need a refresher on how to make a balloon spiral, or if it's new to you, you can check out my video here. Warning though, this was a legenda. I am looking at doing a video on other types of, but this is my absolute favorite must-have tool in my balloon arsenal, so you can imagine I use it a lot. So I'm going to start wrapping with about halfway left to go. And you should hopefully end up something that looks a bit like this. I'm going to take the 160 here and pulling it in nice and tight to behind where the feet are. Also just passing it through to secure. So I think you can have a lot of fun with how a child might hold on to this Spider-Man, but the intention is go like he's coming upside down. The other fun thing you can do, forgive me, it's not quite the right colour, but can you imagine, use your imagination because it's worth it. Now let's go ahead to add the artwork. To create the shape of Spidey's eyes, it's almost cat-like in shape. Filling that in with colour, and we're going to try our best to replicate that shape just over on this side. Remember, you can add to your shape, but it's harder to take away from it. But don't worry if you have overdone it and one side might look a bit bigger than the other. We can really take care of it when it comes to adding the black. If I were to do this as a delivery piece, I would go over the whites several more times, just allowing it to dry in between. But if this is a line work kind of scenario or a birthday party, one is enough. And before I touch my black to do the eyes, I'm going to go ahead to do the spider emblem. That small head with a large body. Now what I really love about using this marker is that dense color of black that you can get. It's really quite something. Then we have our spider's fangs and 8 legs. By now those eyes are looking pretty dry. I am going to use a lot of the flat side of this bullet point nub. I'm flicking it up ever so slightly as I reach the end. and bring it up to the side. So you can really work with the bullet point to go from a narrow to a wide edge. And when I do this bottom one, I tend to keep it a bit narrower to really try and keep the focus being that top line there. So I normally do those eyes in 3 stages. The top line, most of the under eye, and then finally to the side. If you wish to correct the shape of these, you can always subtract from that white area by going into it. You just want to make sure that your white is reasonably dry before you attempt such a thing. Now this is where we then do our spider web. So you can start off with a shape in the center. I tend not to do so and just start in with my line work, but if you're worried about it looking a bit too messy for your tastes, just go ahead to start off with a small little circle shape. Correct that one a little bit. It doesn't need to be perfect or perfectly symmetrical, although if you really want to focus on that, there is beauty in that. But I tend to keep it fast and quick. Just connecting in between. I don't like to carry my lines to be equally coming in and going out of each web line. I find by being a little bit more freer with my choice in lines, I don't have to worry about it looking perfect. Find the more that you are controlling the preciseness of your lines, that if you do deviate from the pattern you're hoping to achieve, it can lead to a disappointing result. So I think by keeping it a little bit more free and organic when you do it is the best way to go. So cute. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed learning how to do this amazing Spider-Man, and now that we have learned how to do this design, let's learn how you can win for yourself one of these. I am going to be giving away to 2 lucky winners one of my personal stash of these Maxi Flow permanent markers, so you too can see just how delightful they are for balloon art. One here on my channel and one over on my Facebook page. To enter, you can decide to do one or you can do both. However, this is considered to be 2 separate giveaways. So to be in the running for one of these here on YouTube, make sure to leave a comment below and let me know an idea of a balloon tutorial that you might like to see. And make sure to check out on my Rainbow Balloons Learning and Resource Centre, linked below, to see how you can win one over there on my page. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for letting me help put a positive twist in your life, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Going to inflate it till it's cream that 3-finger. Cream that. Oh no, Spider-Man. Okay, let's try that again. I want to have a bit of uncoiled end, which is going to be for the child to hold on to. So I'm just going to start twisting just before midway. Twisting. You can hear the good stuff inside. To see how you can